Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Tuesday, August 3rd, 2021. We are in the final hour of the trading day. The final hour of the trading day is my favorite time to make the majority of my buying and selling decisions for my swing trades. And I say this because during the day, the algorithms and the day traders, they are the ones that are controlling the price. I consider that price mainly noise. At the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in, they're dealing with the most money, they have very smart people, they have best information, best technology, and I consider their decisions at the end of the day to be the most valid decisions and the most valid price to make your buying and selling decisions from. And in the long run, I really do believe that end of day signals provide you an edge in your trading. So thank you all for coming today. It's always nice to see everyone. I hope you're having a good day. I hope your trading is going well. I appreciate the time that you spend here. I hope that the time that you are spending here is helping you improve your trading and your investing. So thanks so much. All right, currently the Dow is up 232 points. Big day up 0.66%. NASDAQ is up nicely, 52 points, up 0.36%. And the S&P is up an even 30, up 0.69%. So nice green day in the indexes all across the board. So here's the plan for today. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I'm going to manage them going forward. I did have some day trades today that I will share with you as well. After that, we're going to go over to the board and we're going to take a look at my students' current positions, and we're going to see how those are doing. After that, we're going to switch gears. We're going to talk a little bit about trader psychology, most important skill in trading, in my opinion, the ability to manage your emotions with the ups and the downs of the market. So if you're finding yourself not being able to follow your plan or your process, you need some work to do. And so hopefully each day, by speaking about trader psychology, maybe one day you'll hear it just right and it will resonate with you and you will internalize it, because it is extremely important. After that, I have gone down through my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. I have 3 requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a new trade. First, confluence or combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Second, I need to have a good risk to reward ratio of at least 2 to 1. So if I'm risking $1,000 on a particular trade, I need to be able to make at least 2,000 or more to the upside to make the asymmetrical math work. And that's based upon strong and solid support below you and strong and likely resistance above you. And then number 3, please have a complete trading plan, regardless of the strategy you're using, regardless of the positions that you're taking. For me, at least, this would include the following. Position sizing based upon volatility, the current market volatility. It's kind of like you dress based upon the weather, right? You dress based upon the volatility of the weather. So in stock trading, you need to position size yourself based upon the volatility of the market. So position sizing based upon the volatility of the market, knowing what your maximum allowed loss is, knowing where your end of day stop is, knowing where your emergency stop is, knowing where your intraday profit targets are, knowing where significant overhead resistance levels are, and as always, make sure you have a good trailing stop methodology and rules in place so that you don't give back all of your profit. So with those 3 requirements in mind, I do have some end of day candidates that we're going to take a look at. We'll go through, we'll look at the risk to rewards, we'll look at the multiple time frames, we'll keep in mind correlation, and as always, we'll have the full trading plan regardless of what approach we're going to use. So if I find something at the end of the day that looks good, I will buy it before the close of the market. After the market closes, if you have any questions for me, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them. If you need any clarification on anything, please let me know. Happy to clarify. And if there are any stock symbols that you would like me to look at and you would like my opinion on them, go ahead, put them in the live stream, put an emoji by it so I know it's time sensitive, and I will do my very best to get to it before the close of the market. All right. And then lastly, if any of my students have any new entries or exits for me today that they would like me to update, if you could please just wait till the end of the day so that I'm done teaching, done trading, and the pressure's off, and we'll spend as much time as we need to get them all taken care of. All right, so I'm going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. I will be back in about 40 seconds. Thanks so much. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, let's see who's here today. David is here. Hi, Greg and group. Good to see you, David. Hope you're having a really good day. Thanks for coming. Paxton is here. Good to see you, Packy. Hope you're having a good day, my friend. Hope Tracy is also well. Anya T. Hi, everyone. Anya, nice to see you. Hope you are having a good day. Always nice to have you back. Michael Wilkinson is here. Lova, good to see you. Michael says, hi, everyone. Miko 25 says, good afternoon, Greg and group. Hello, Miko. Good to see you, Michael. Hope you are doing well. Gary is here. Hello, Gary. Nice to see you, my friend. Hope you had a good vacation. Steve Burns is here. Good to see you, Steve. Always an honor, privilege to have you here, my friend. You know, I mean that. Everyone feels that way, I'm sure. To have someone of Steve's caliber here to answer questions or just to hang out with us. Just hanging out with Steve Burns by osmosis makes you a better trader. Ava is here. Nice to see you, Ava. Hope you are doing well. Looking forward to our next lesson, my friend. Hope your day trading's going well today. George is here. Hi there. Good to see you, George. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. So, all right. Well, I guess let's get started. All right. Airbnb. Gary, myself, Steve, Dynamic Duo, Kamal, and Jonathan all bought Airbnb. Kamal and Jonathan bought this with a deep dip buy under 30, over 30, a rejection of the third ATR channel. Bought it here at 131.90, and they have had a monster run up. Very, very nice. Gary, myself, Steve, and Dynamic Duo, we used a different approach. We used a 520 crossover. We bought at 144.12. Has moved up from there. Did grab one profit today at the very, very open up at 147.70. That's why I like to scale out. I set my intraday profit targets. This is a perfect example why, right? It goes up, I get out of some of my position. So even if it comes down like it has, it mitigates it. So Kamal and Jonathan up on this trade, 8.91%. Beautiful, beautiful. And then the rest of us with the other, not up much, but up a touch, up about 0.65% on this particular trade. Fastly. Not Fastly, Fast, F-A-S. Myself, Frank, Steve Burns did buy FAS with the 520 crossover, bought here at 109.05. Sideways next day. Yesterday went up, did hit a profit target. Today was looking really ugly and huge reversal. Did hit one profit target at 109.37. It's up 3.3% today. And up on the trade 1.07%. Pager duty. All right. I took a half position yesterday, so did, and the Dynamic Duo did as well. Trigger of a fractal. A fractal is a high with two lower highs to the left, two lower highs to the right. Also had a bullish engulfing bar, V1, rejection of the 200-day moving average. Bought this at 41.96. It's currently 41.45, so this is down 1.22% today, and it is down on the trade as well, but it is holding the end of day stop, which is the 200-day moving average. SPY. Of course, I do buy the SPY every day at the close. I hold it overnight. I sell it first thing the next morning. I bought it yesterday at 437.59 at the close. Sold it this morning at the open at 438.45. So in at 437.59, out at 437.48. And I will buy this again today at the close, hold it overnight, sell it first thing tomorrow morning. LYV. All right, I did buy LYV back here, deep dip buy under 200, over 200, bought it at 76.98, moved up, took some profits, had another big bar up, took some more profits, got to 1.5 ATR trailing stop level, When that happens, I get out of half if I have a close below the previous day's low. That happened here, so I did take half profits there. Yesterday went up, took another profit target on the way up, but today down, way down earlier. This may recover the 200-day moving average. It's possible, but there are earnings tomorrow, so I will go ahead and lock in profits today on LYV. Okay, here we go. Day trades. I did have a really nice day trade on Apple today. Back in the morning. And here it was. You never know which ones are going to be the big ones, but we had to close under the 200, back over the 200. It was a higher low. We came back down. We tested halfway of this bar over here. Was a fortunate entry. I got in at 145.70. Next bar went way down. I was like, oh, that was wrong, but it recovered. I did sell a portion at 146.04, sold another portion at 146.54, and then I got out of the rest here at 147.01. So pretty good day trade there on Apple. Also had one trade on VIX today. This was a losing trade. I did buy VIX here. We came all the way down to the 200-day moving average in the third ATR channel. I bought it at 30.48. A couple bars later, I did take half, luckily, at 30.57. And then 2 bars later, it closed under the 200. I got out at 30.38. So actually, it was about a wash on the trade, just a small loss. And but the reason for that is because I took half of it off when it was profitable. So it ended up just slightly down trade. And I guess the more important thing, everyone, is that I got out when I was supposed to, because all it did after that was go down, 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 down. So it really did respect that 200-day moving average. And then lastly, Affirm. This was a really good setup. I took this because yesterday we had a big, huge up bar. When I took the trade, we were close to halfway of the bar. So on the daily, I found support, switched over to the 5-minute, looked for the entry. Looked like a pretty good entry to me. I bought it here with the close under, closed back over the 200. I bought it at 61.46. I did take some profits 10 minutes later at 61.63. And then this bar with the close under the 200, that was my end of bar stop. I got out. So this one, again, pretty close to a break-even trade as well. So the VIX and the Affirm trade, break even. The Apple trade was nicely positive. But again, look, it did jump back over the 200-day moving average. But, you know, if I stayed with it, I mean, look what would have happened. I mean, it was a massive sell-off. I said in my Twitter group, I was like, boy, am I glad that I stuck with my rules on that one. So that's it. I mean, let's see. There we go. All right. So let's go over and take a look at your position, shall we? Here we go. Kamal did buy Stone Cold Limited, STNE, double bottom, V2, bought it at 57.10, moved up, has been moving up nicely, had a little bit down yesterday, is down again today. Looks like it's down on the day, but Kamal is slightly up on the trade. Spotify, Steve and Michael Martin did buy Spotify with the under 30, over 30, bought it at 226.35. Initially went up yesterday, was up a little bit, closed slightly negative, but today down 5% today. So, and it looks like it lost the 30 RSI. So down on the day, down on the trade. Berkshire Hathaway having a nice day for Ava. Ava bought Berkshire Hathaway with the 520 crossover, bullish engulfing bar, V1. Bought it at 280.90. It's currently 282.14. It is up 1.47%, and it is up on the trade, which is the most important. So way to go, Ava. Shopify. Okay, so Kamal did buy Shopify back here on the 30th at 15.12.50. Yesterday had a nice move up. Today it's given back 1.5%. So it is down on the day, but Kamal is slightly up on the trade. INSG. Johan bought INSG all the way back here at $8.47. Went up went all the way back down, went up, went down. It is down today, but it looks like INSG, but it looks like this trade is slightly up on the the trade, but down on the day. Down on the day, up on the trade. That's what I'm trying to say. AGQ having a nice big day. Johan Dynamic Duo did by AGQ back here at 40.91. Under 30, over 30. Someone bought it over here. 41.64. The other party bought it at 40.91. Has moved, it bounced right where it was supposed to bounce, came back down a little bit. Dynamic Duo sold half here, but up 1.46% today. And we'll take an average of these two trades, up 5.93. Pretty good. Way to go. Amazon. All right, Steve did buy Amazon with a bounce near the 31 RSI at 33.28.29. Was up about 50 points earlier today. It is up 0.81%. So it is up on the day, and it is up on the trade for Steve. And Steve is up just under 1% on the trade. Apps. Ava, Michael Martin did buy apps with a higher low V2 close back above the 200-day moving average. Bought it at 63.10, 63.14. It is a little bit, it is down today, and it is slightly up on the trade. And then NVIDIA, Michael Martin bought NVIDIA, higher low V2 at 195. It's 197.48. It is a little down on the day, but Michael is up 1.19% on the trade. All right. Frank is here. Good to see you, Frank. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel. Kamal is here. Hello, traders. Good to see you, Kamal. Again, thank you for everything you do for this channel. Really appreciate both Frank and Kamal. Johnson says, hi, Greg and all. Good to see you, Johnson. Hope you're having a good day. Love. Yeah, let's look at Love. Southwest Airlines. Higher low, rejection of the 250-day moving average, plus a V1, plus back in the value zone. MACD is positive. I like it. Gives a good risk to reward ratio. If we look over at the weekly, still under the 200-day moving average on the week. So that's something to consider. You know, it's going to have sellers probably coming in on the weekly bar if it gets up to the 200-day moving average. But on the daily, it does look good with the V1, rejection of the 250. The only thing I'm a little concerned about, and you know exactly what I'm talking about, is halfway of the big bar yesterday down. That's right about where we got. That's right about where we got stuck. So we'll look and see how that ends up at the end of the day. KMI. Pretty good, actually. Very similar. Higher low V1, rejection or back into the value zone, rejection of the -1 ATR channel. MACD is positive. I actually quite like this one. I'm going to write this one down and do a little math on that one. Oh, this is a $17 stock. That's why. All right. I looked at how many shares. I was like, wow. All right. Okay, good. I'm going to put that one on the list. Okay. Yeah, that does look. Let's peek at the weekly. Weekly's right in the value zone. Let's look at the monthly. Monthly's in an uptrend. Weekly's in the value zone. Daily has a trigger. Don't know what's gonna, if it's gonna last or not, but this is a decent trigger. I like the trade. Johnson says HES V1 double bottom bullish divergence, weekly V1 in value zone. Hey, now you're speaking my language. Yes, it is. The only thing, though, Johnson, I always feel like I poo-poo the setup. It hits a double bottom. Is it a bullish divergence? Let's see. Very close. I mean, it is a bullish divergence. We didn't quite test the previous bottom, but in spirit it is. Yes, we have a V1. I don't like yesterday's big down bar. It's larger than one ATR, Johnson. From here to here is an ATR distance. From here to here is an ATR distance. And so this bar, yesterday's bar, clearly was like 1.5 ATR distance. I don't really like to take V1s up against that. So I probably wouldn't take this, but I like where your head's at on that for sure. Ava wants to look at ADM. Archer Daniels Midland Corporation. Yeah, higher low V1, 520 crossover. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly's come back into the value zone. It's, you know, it's okay. I don't love that it rejected the prices above the 1 ATR channel twice in a row, and it really just pegged that 50-day moving average there. So that's a little concerning to me, but listen, it's a 50-14 RSI. If I bought it here, if it closed tomorrow, even closed 1 penny below 50 RSI, I would get out of half. So it does kind of make sense. I wouldn't take it if it rejected the 50 RSI at the end of the day. Who knows? Right now it's above, but that is one consideration that I would have. Waterbender is here. Nice to see you, Waterbender. Hope you are having a really good day. Frank has a poem for us, and it starts with Wall Street, so you know it's going to be good, and it ends with feet. Haha, I know this one's going to rhyme. They all rhyme. All right, here we go. Okay. Wall Street is one tough place to beat. It'll eat your money like a tasty treat. Go ahead and challenge if you're ready to compete. Just remember, it takes one good punch to knock you off your feet. Wow. Very good, Frank. Let's read it again. Wall Street is one tough place to beat. It'll eat your lunch. It'll eat your money like a tasty treat. Go ahead and challenge if you're ready to compete. Just remember, it takes one good punch to knock you off your feet. What do you want to do in boxing? You want to avoid getting hit. What do you want to do in trading? You want to avoid taking big losses, right? You do not want to be knocked off your feet in regards to taking a big loss. So work on that defense. Remember, defense wins championships, and it's the same thing in trading. Protect your original capital. That's about preservation of capital, managing risk. The profits will come later if you manage the risk right now. David says FDX closing above 230 RSI. Yes, I have that on my list, David. Excuse me. Yep, V1 under 30, over 30 looks pretty good to me. That's one of my favorite ones today. Waterbender says only one good punch if your position size is too big. That is very, very true. That's why you want a position size based upon the volatility. Excellent, excellent point there, Waterbender. Really fantastic. Thank you. Okay, sorry about that. I have a little frog in my throat. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. What time do we have? We have 1:24. So let's take a quick run through. So Airbnb went positive on the day. Glad for that. Fastly doing really, really well, up 3.63% today. No change there. PagerDuty tested its 200-day moving average, is down, but we'll be keeping that. SPY just roaring on up there. Definitely roaring up. I had the nice little overnight SPY trade. We'll buy the close today again, sell tomorrow morning. And then LYV, this one is down today. Has earnings after the bell. It is down today, but profitable on the trade, and I will be getting out of LYV today because of the earnings after the bell. I don't want to hold through those. Alrighty, Well, listen, before we start looking at our end of day trades, you know, I have my favorite Facebook, Twitter channels in the FinTwit world that I like to follow. Trading psychology, good trading words of wisdom, trading philosophy is so important to me, everyone. I've been doing this a long time. I've been doing it 25 years. I have been at the tops of the mountains and the bottoms of the valleys. I have been through it all. And what have I learned about trading? Well, it's important to control your emotions. And in my opinion, best way to do that is with a proper position size and a good risk to reward ratio. Okay. So this is Trading Composure. He's over on Twitter at Trading Composure. Fantastic channel. This guy really, really gets into the small, granular nuances of how important trading psychology is. That's why anytime he has a post, I read it and internalize it, and I would suggest you do the same. So please follow him over at Trading Composure over on Twitter. You're doing yourself a big disservice if you do not. This is short and sweet, but let's read it. Choose the discomfort of discipline over the pain of regret. That makes sense? Choose the discomfort that you're going to get of having to follow your plan over the pain of regret. Now, let me tell you the dirty little secret. Dirty little secret is no matter what you do, it's going to be discomforting or there's going to be pain. It is hard to follow your plan sometimes. It really is. It's uncomfortable, but you have to do it. But the pain of regret is worse. If you take a trade that you're not supposed to take and it goes against you, there's a lot of regret there. If you do what you're supposed to do and it still goes against you, at least you can take some comfort in that you did what you're supposed to do. So no matter what you do, sometimes you're going to follow your rules. It's not going to work out for you. Sometimes you're going to break for your rules. It's going to work out for you. But then you have no plan. Then anything goes, right? So choose the discomfort of discipline. And it's tough to be disciplined, and it is uncomfortable to be disciplined. It's going up. You don't want to lose that money back, but your process has not told you to sell it. It is uncomfortable, but that is a better emotion, a better place to be than if you do what you're not supposed to do. Then it goes against you, you lose money, and you have the regret of doing what you were not supposed to do. So choose the discomfort of discipline over the pain or regret. Either way, they're both tough emotions, right? But at least you have the comfort of following your plan instead of the regret of breaking your rules. So thank you, Trading Composure. Appreciate that. Always good for me to read your post. Always helpful, and I hope that it's helpful for everyone in the group as well. Okay. Kamal wants to look at Boeing. I know exactly what Boeing looks like because I was looking at it earlier today. All right, here we go. I do have Boeing on the list, I think. I have it on my notebook. Oh, look at that. Boom, boom. All right, here we go. Here's Boeing. What do we have? We have a higher low V1. We closed below the -1 ATR channel. We gapped up on earnings. We came back. We retested the -1 ATR channel, the 200-day moving average and a V1. See the V1 right here? Here is day one. Here is day two. Day two washes out day one, closing above day one's close. That makes it a valid V1, a valid higher low V1, and also the 200-day moving average. So if you take this trade, you have two options. You could get out with a close below halfway of the washout bar if you took it off of the 200, if you took it off of a V1, or alternatively, if you take it with the intraday rejection of the 200, it's a further risk. It gives you more breathing room, so there's pluses and minuses to it. So let's look at the weekly. Weekly, we're coming into some pretty strong down resistance here on the larger moving averages with the 100 coming down. It's already rejected the 50 RSI on the weekly. That concerns me a little bit. We were above 50 earlier on the weekly. Now we've failed. If we go back to the daily, I could see taking this trade if you took it with the V1 stop loss. If you took it with the 200-day moving average stop loss, it seems a little chasey. So those are Those are my thoughts on it. Well, that was interesting. Waterbender says, what is amazing, Frank, is that you keep these great poems coming day after day. I know. I mean, like, it seems impossible. It's like every day. He's been doing this for years, Waterbender. That's amazing. Frank says, happy birthday to singer Tony Bennett. I've seen Tony Bennett in concert a couple times on his 95th anniversary, 95th birthday. Wow. What few know is his paintings are in galleries around the world, including the Smithsonian Art Museum and the National Arts Club in New York City. And he's quite the crooner. Yep, I've seen Tony Bennett a couple times in Las Vegas. It was really great. Happy birthday, Tony Bennett. AFRM halted on some news. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. Hey, give me 1 second, everybody. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. All righty then. A firm halted on some news. Oh, well, we saw that sell off before. I wonder, you never know, but let me see here. WBA. Okay, good enough. Good enough. All right. All right, I have too many windows open. Carefully. And then someone over here said maybe PayPal bought a firm. Oh, reversed towards the moon and halted. Oh, snap. Really? AFRM. Oh, jeez. I guess my stop loss wasn't so smart. No, I'm kidding. I am totally kidding. Wow, how about that? Do you have it, Ava? Ava, do you have a firm? Please say yes. Frank says, George Washington was always embarrassed by the fact that his formal education ended at 11 years old due to his father's passing. Well, I would say he still probably went on and did some pretty important things. Wouldn't you say, Frank? He did become the first president of the United States, which is pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Okay. And this looks like what? Oh, that's looking good. That's looking good. All right, we have 135. So we do have a lot to look at today. Real quick, let me take a look at currents. Airbnb, down but profitable. Fast, up nicely, up 3.71%. PagerDuty, down but hanging in there. SPY, looks like a high on the day. And then LYV, of course, getting rid of that today. Glad it's off of its lows, but it does have earnings. Oh, Ava says, no, it stopped me out and reversed right up. Ah, shucks. Well, listen, it's what I was talking about in the psychology section. You followed your process. You had no idea it was going to do that. I had no idea it was going to do that. But congratulations, Ava. I know it stopped you out, was a losing trade, but congratulations. It still was a good trade because you followed your rules, right? That's how I look at it anyway. All right. Well, let's take a look. Caterpillar up nicely today. Not sure. I think I saw something that Ava did buy Caterpillar somewhere. Did you, Ava? If you did, let me know. I'll put it up on the board, okay? All right. So Caterpillar, V1, rejection of the 200-day moving average. Too chasey for me here. Who knows? It could just continue up. I don't know. But it's too chasey for me here. The risk from here all the way down to the 200, I don't like. I like the higher low rejection of the 200. I definitely like that. But at this point, I would have to wait for Caterpillar to come into the value zone, come back, retest the -1 ATR channel, or possibly even retest the 200-day moving average again. Either the 200-day test or a higher low V1 in the value zone is where I would get into Caterpillar. So not interested in Caterpillar at this point. Disney, well, pretty interesting. Nice upward sloping 200-day moving average. Good risk to reward ratio here on Disney. If it closes here, so I actually do quite like, I like the company. I like Disney, the company, obviously. Big, strong behemoth. Let's look over on the weekly and see what's going on. Rejection of the -1 ATR channel. I do like that. So right off the bat, I do like Disney for potential end of day trade for sure. Love. Okay, we talked about this one earlier. Higher low. See, this low here is higher than this low. Higher low V1 into the value zone. Rejection of the 250-day moving average. MACD is positive. That all looks good. Let's look over on the weekly. Weekly, Southwest still under the 200. So, these are the little tea leaves that I look at. These are the small nuances that I look at for me to help me narrow down trades. And when I look at Southwest, I look at yesterday's bar down. We're near halfway. It is a valid signal, but that concerns me halfway. And then if we look at weekly, weekly is still under the 200-day moving average. So there is resistance above. So with that being said, I still like Disney better. PayPal. Well, PayPal has really gotten rocked all the way from 310 down to 150. Did it reject the 30 RSI? I don't think so. Got to 3177. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly's in the value zone. I like. If we look at the monthly is an uptrend, no doubt about it. The weekly is now in the value zone, and daily, it has a V1, but this is what Dr. Elder would call triple screen, where the monthly is in an uptrend. The weekly has pulled back to a reasonable level in the value zone. Only thing I'm missing here, everyone, I'm just missing a real trigger. If it had gone under 30, over 30, under the 100, over the 100, that would be a legitimate valid signal for me. But as is right now, I don't look at this as a valid signal. WBA. Now I kind of like WBA. It's a V1. It's a close back above the 200-day moving average. It gives a good risk to reward ratio. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly's, neutral, but I do like WBA as well. I do. I like the risk to reward ratio. I like the V1. MACD is positive. I like WBA. XLE. XLE has a higher low V1. We had a close below the value zone. The value zone is the two green lines here. It came into the value zone. It pulled back, went down, reversed back up, tested the -1 ATR channel. That all looks good. We're at 46.08. We haven't rejected the 50. On the weekly, don't like the weekly. Why don't I like the weekly? Lova, you know exactly why. Because the big weekly bar a few weeks ago went down. Look, we're right there at resistance at that 50% retracement into the big down bar. So, you know, these are the kind of things that I look at to help me narrow down what my trades are going to be. So, yeah, it looks good on the daily. For sure, it's higher low V1, rejection -1 ATR channel. MACD is positive, but if I look over on the weekly, I find something I don't like. FedEx has a V1 close back above the 200-day moving average. It's off of its highs, so the risk to reward is getting better. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly rejected the -1 ATR channel. Now, this is a weekly bar. I'm not saying we can't rally higher, but you know, we may have 7 points in this to the upside before we reach the halfway of the big down bar last week. So I will keep this one as a potential. Apple, kind of a not an orthodox entry here, but do you see the green triangle we had? Okay, I'll start off with this. We came into the value zone, we moved sideways. We had a V1 to the downside yesterday. See how yesterday went higher than the day before and then closed below? That's a V1 to the downside. If you get a V1 to the downside, that's bearish. But if it immediately reverses back up, that's bullish. That's bullish. But looking at the context of this chart, look, we had the big down bar here a week ago. We've rallied right into the halfway point, and that's exactly where we're stuck at the moment. So I do not like Apple anymore. JP Morgan. Okay, we have a higher low V1. We're at a 50-45. We're at a 50-50 RSI. We had a nice V1 and a washout bar. MACD is positive. Let's look at the weekly, see if Greg can find something he doesn't like. Hey, and he does. All right, what is it? Lova knows, right? We have the big bar down. We've rallied right to the halfway of that. So therefore, I don't like JP Morgan anymore. GRWG, little higher low V1 here. I guess it does wash it out okay. I don't like the 200-day as resistance above. And again, you know, we had the big down bar right there. And so that's why I look at the weeklies to look for that kind of stuff. NTNX has a beautiful, higher low V1 here. It's over the 50 RSI. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly, again, we're in the big halfway, a little bit higher, but we're again in the halfway of this big down bar. Darn it. 662,000 shares traded. This does look pretty good. I like the red to green. Did you notice that, Kamal? This looks good, but again, going off of the weekly, we're right there in that big down bar. So I am going to pass on that. KMI, we talked about this earlier. Nice higher low V1 rejection of the 100-day moving average, rejection to the -1 ATR channel. MACD is positive. Let's take a peek at the weekly. Weekly has the big down bar. I mean, this happens on a lot of these, and that's a bright about where it got stuck. And then lastly, Boeing, again, nice higher low V1 here. If it were me and I were taking this trade, I would take it off of the higher low V1 stop, which would be half of today's washout bar, about 225. I don't think I would give it all the way back down to the 200. And then if we look at the weekly, same thing, everyone. We had the big down bar. We're right at halfway. So what I am looking at today is going to be Disney, WBA, and FedEx. Not that there's, there are other setups there that look just as good or better on the daily, but I'm trying to take into consideration the weekly as well. So Disney, WBA, and FedEx. Let me put these up here. Disney, WBA, and Fed. Oh, come on. And FedEx. Okay, let's see if Greg can do it another time. FDX. Bam. Okay. All right, let me take care of this real quick over here on this end. And do this like this. And restart that. Sorry, everybody. Just have to do a little thinking here. Sorry, everybody. Give me 1 second. Give me just 1 second. Okay. 92. Okay. Done and done. Done and done. What happened to Love? Did Love just take off? Yes, it did. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. What is going on? Uh-oh. Oh, my mouse. All right. That's all right. We'll deal with that later. Okay, Caterpillar for Ava. Caterpillar bought at 205. Oh, nice, Ava. Very nice. 205.30. 205.30 is Ava. Get you on there and acknowledge that nice trade, Ava. Way to go. David says, Greg, did you look at BRKB 520 crossover in V1? Let's take a look. How much time do we have? Okay, we're okay. That's Bitcoin. That's the wrong one. Okay, let me see if I can look at that real quick. ETFreplay.com. Moving averages. BRKB. Let's do this. Simple exponential. 520. All right, let's see what we have. Oh, interesting. Here we go. This is ETFreplay.com. I'm using this by permission. Here's BRKB. 520 EMA crossover. Backtest does not backtest well. Backtest almost just a little less than break even. Minus 0.7. So, based upon the crossover, I wouldn't take it. So I guess that's as simple as that. Glenn, hey Glenn, good to see you. Glenn says Disney seasonally is poor August to October, only up 1 in 5 years. Best time to buy is in November. Ah, interesting. Thank you for that, Glenn. Glenn's like the stock trading almanac. He just has all these great stats. I love it. Frank says Clorox was a washout today. Nice, buddy. I like it. Kamal says, I'm going to buy Love and KMI selling apps and Stone. Okay. All right. Remind me at the end, Kamal, if you don't mind. So Kamal is buying Love. He's buying Southwest Airlines and KMI, which we looked at earlier. Johnson says KMB V1 engulfing bar. Let's look. KMB. Kimberly Clark. Yeah. Actually like that a lot. I like that a lot, Johnson. Nice sideways motion and the V1. Beautiful V1. Let's look over on the weekly. Well, we had the big down bar and we're about halfway there. That's concerning, but did reject the 250 above. Frank says, silly fact, Charlie Munger from Berkshire Hathaway had a first and second wife, both named Nancy. Well, I guess that worked out pretty well with cards and not saying the wrong name. You know, let's try to look at this as positive. Dan says, Glenn, glad you're here today. Recently, Frank was curious about SPY historical performance for the month. I think you are the perfect one to provide insight. I agree, 100%. Glenn definitely is the person that has those stats. Maybe he has this stat, not sure. Glenn says, Disney, FDX, WBA all bounced into CPI results last year, then sank. Short-term buy until CPI results released on August 11th. Well, I'm glad to hear that because that's what I'm looking at. Steve exited Spotify for a 4.19% loss with the under 30 RSI. Okay, so take care of a little business over here. And let's take care of a little busy over here as well. All right, so for me, I'm narrowing it down to either Walt Disney, rejection of the 200-day moving average, false breakout from the downside from this low, pretty good risk to reward ratio. If we look at the weekly, we held the -1 ATR channel, so that is good. WBA, nice risk to reward, plus a V1. Weekly, it's fine. I think it makes sense. And then FedEx, FedEx is doable too, actually. Not increased volume. WBA, not increased volume. Disney. Well, here's the thing with Disney, right? So we're down 2 point. The indexes are all up. Disney's red. So, you know, the relative strength there is not so hot tamale, right? So I think I'm going to pass on Disney. WBA probably for me has the best risk to reward ratio, so I'll be buying WBA today at the close. Simple enough. Just trying to make it simple, not get too many positions going all here at the same time. But again, out of Disney, Walgreens, and FedEx, the reason that I got Disney out of the mix was because of the weak relative strength, right? I always have to take that into consideration. All right, we're closing in five minutes. Oh, and I also sold Live Nation. So Live Nation, I am done with Live Nation. It has earnings after the bell. I don't want to mess with that. So I'm going to put Live Nation over here. That's done. Was a positive trade. Grateful for that. But to me, WBA makes the most sense today as far as the risk to reward ratio, the V1, MACD being positive. And, you know, who knows if it's going to keep going up, but it is a good risk to reward ratio. And that's really what I'm looking for. Glenn says, Dan, seasonally S&P peaks in late July. In 1987, it peaked on August 23rd, and 1st September in 2020. Rocky period is mid-September to mid-November when quarter three results are released and the bounce into year end. Yep, that sounds just about right. Frank says, I understand Larry Williams is not a fan of August market action. That rings a bell as well. Kat is here. Hi, Kat. Kat says, hi, group. New here. Taking the Udemy course. Popped in to check out the shenanigans. Well, we've got lots of shenanigans going on here, Kat. We do every day, so I hope you keep coming back. We've got trading poems. We've got fun facts. We've got sports stuff, and every once in a while we talk about stock trading things as well. But thank you for taking the course, Kat. I hope it's been helpful for you. In all seriousness, if you have any questions about the course, please just put them in the live stream there, and I'm very, very happy to show you. But welcome, and I hope you keep coming back. Michael says, are you showing WBA being above the 200 SMA? I am on mine, right? Because mine are adjusted for dividends. Hopefully yours are as well. But if not, don't go off of what I do. Go off of what your charts are. But yes, right now you can see right here, Michael, it is above the 200-day moving average. So I will be buying WBA with the deep dip buy. This is a deep dip buy. Speaking of Cat, this is a deep dip buy in addition to a V1. So I like it. We'll see how much I like it tomorrow, but today it makes sense. Dan says, thank you, sir. Kat says, LOL, so helpful. Thank you. Yeah, I am glad you're here, but really, if I can be of help, Kat, please, please let me know. All right, in all seriousness. All right, we have about 3 minutes. Again, I sold LYV, profitable. Don't want to hold this into earnings. Where's VIXy at? All right, there's VIX. All right, well, I guess I'll mosey on over and buy WBA. And how many shares of WBA am I buying? Anyone know? Oh, okay, that's a good round number. So I am buying WBA right now. And by the way, how do I position size on WBA? I take my maximum allowed loss. Let's just say it's $1,000, right? That's my absolute maximum allowed loss on trade. To take 1,000 divided by the value of the 2 ATR. The value of the 2 ATR is 170 divided by 1.7. That tells me how many shares to buy, which tells me to buy 588 shares. And what's nice about that is it takes into consideration the last 20 days volatility. Just like you go outside and it's super hot, maybe you don't wear as many clothes. If it's cold, you wear more clothes. It's the same with your position sizing. If the volatility is high, you buy fewer shares. If it's low, you buy higher shares, right? You adjust to the weather of the market. I'm sure Frank could have said that much better than me, but that's all I got, Frank. That is all I got. So I did buy WBA. And of course, I'm buying the SPY at the close as always. All right, that is it for today. Let's take a look and see where I bought my stuff. Overnight SPY trade bought at 441.15 and WBA bought at 47.47. Sweet. All right, so new trade for today. WBA, close under, close back over the 200-day moving average. Throw in a V1 for good luck. And I bought at 47.47. My end of day stop tomorrow will be any close below the 200. That's how it works. And then on the SPY, nice little overnight SPY trade. What? Let's see. Bought that at 441.15. Okay. makes no sense at all. Okay. All right, so there you go. So listen, if any of my students have any new entries or exits for me today, please go ahead, put them up on the board. This is the time to do it. I'll get them all taken care of. But before I do that, just want to go over a few pieces of business. Remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I love to teach. I'm good at it. I teach a great course. The one-on-one course is a total of 15 hours, 5 sessions. Each session is 3 hours. And my honest opinion, if you really want to learn how to do something and do it well, you should do it one-on-one with your teacher. And that's why I offer the one-on-one course in the evening time via Skype. So in the course, I teach you all 5 of my different trading approaches. I teach you step by step. I take you through from the very, very beginning to the very, very end. We do a lot of simulation trading after I teach you, so I know that you've internalized it, so that I know you're trading it correctly. I put a lot of energy into my teaching. It's very important to me that my students succeed in the long run, because I really care. I really, really do care. So if you are interested and you want to become a better trader, I promise you it will help you become a better trader. The course is $1,750, but it is worth every single penny, I promise you. So I do have my email in the description here. And if you send me an email and say, Greg, I'd like to talk to you possibly about taking your course, I will say, great. I look forward to it. We'll set up a Skype call. Skype call's free. All I want to do is talk to you, get to know more about you and your trading, your challenges, your goals, and then it's a really good time for you to ask me any particular questions or specific questions that you have about the course, and I will answer them. And then after the call, think about it as long as you want. And one morning, if you wake up and you're like, today's the day, I want to be a better trader, just email me back. We'll get the schedule set up and away we'll go. Secondly, just mentioned this earlier with Kat, but I do have a course on udemy.com called the Deep Dip Buy Stock Trading Strategy. It's a great course. I've had so many good reviews, so much good feedback on this course. Best news is it only costs like 12 or 15 bucks. But don't let that fool you, because it's a serious course. It's 9.5 hours, 26 videos, 15 study guides. And that course alone is going to make you a better trader. I promise you, because we deal with so many of the fundamentals of position sizing, good risk to rewards, supports, all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in taking that course, the link is in the description. The Udemy link is. Take it, watch it. If you have any questions, just get back to me, just like Kat did. And if you have any questions, I will explain it right here live on the podcast. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, all I ask is that you would just hit the thumbs up button before you get out of here. It really helps to build the channel, helps to keep the channel around, lets YouTube know there's some valuable content here. And so if you have, thank you. If you haven't and you don't mind clicking it before you get out of here, I would be very much appreciative. Okay. All right. So business taken care of. Let's go back and see what everyone did today. So Steve exited Spotify. All right. So I'm going to take Spotify off of there. And what else did Steve do? Okay. Exit Spotify. Kamal is in KMI. KMI. Okay. Higher low V1 for Kamal. All right. There's for Kamal. Oh, 1747. Sorry, Kamal. 1747. All right. And then also in... I've got too much stuff going on here. Okay. And then we're also in Southwest Airlines. All right, and Kamal got in where? 50.35. Good entry point. In the money already. Way to go. Kamal is at a stone. All right, right about break even. Good. And out of apps. All right, Frank is in KMI. Okay, we got Frank in there. Michael Wilkinson says on Thinkorswim, WBA has had strong resistance at the 209 SMA above. I've been beating my head against the wall trying to figure out why the heck you would like it in the last 2 times you've bought it. Well, because my charts look a little different than your charts, but your charts, you're seeing something. And but yeah, I mean, the last 2 times I bought it was a close over, close under. This was a losing trade. I'll give it another shot today. I like the added benefit of having the V1 in addition to the close above the 200, and the difference too. Well, no, that's not true. And different MACD was positive as well. But just, you know, just based on my charts there, Mike. George says, thanks, bye-bye, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you, George. Hope you have a good day as well. Gary is at a P2N for a small loss with a close under and in WBA. All right. And I don't think I had. What did P2N do today? PTON. Oh, close under the 200 day. Okay. David is in FDX. All right. David, got you in there, bud. And Apple, intraday entry at 145. Oh, you got into Apple. Okay, let's give Apple a whirl. And you got in at 145. Oh, very nice. Very, very, very nice. 145. Where did it go? I lost it. 145.75. Right, and that was David. Paxton is out of LYV. Okay, so everyone's out of that. I'm curious though, what did it do after hours? LYV unchanged. Okay, so we're at LYV. Okay, and in WBA. Okay, and in love. Okay, got you there, Paxton. Glenn says, fishing in the strongest sector, XLV Healthcare picked up some WAT at 375. XLV, indeed, very strong. You're in there, Glenn, already, and picked up some WAT at 375. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Congratulations. Ava's in FedEx. Frank, crypto. Well, let's look at BTC then. Well, I mean, we had a nice rally over the last. I mean, my gosh, we went from 29 to 30 to 41, but we've come back down. Now we are below the 200-day moving average. You know, if I was buying crypto right here, or looking to buy crypto, I would wait for a pullback into the value zone, Frank, if it gets there. I mean, it will get there eventually, but I would, at the very least, look at buying this, $3,000-$4,000 lower. A retest of the 200-day moving average would be excellent, or a pullback into the value zone between the two green lines, some sideways motion in a V1, V2. Or, if you want to be a little bit more aggressive, if you get a close back above the 200-day as well. So if it goes higher and closes back above the 200-day, that might be interesting, although it's a little high in the channel. Me personally, I'd like to see a pullback into the value zone. Ideally, a rejection of the 250-day moving average around 34. So maybe about $4,000 down. So those are my thoughts there. David says, have a great hike today, Greg, and thanks to the group. Yes, thanks to the group as always. Let's see. Mike sent me something. Oh, I see. Yep. I feel you. Yep. So yours is a little different than mine. That's the difference that we have in the in our 200-day moving averages. Oh, LYV is up $1.32 after hours. Well, there you go. All right. Listen, before I let you go, I like to read this every day. I think it's very important. I love this saying. So let's read it. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction, by Martin Kornfeld. It's a good saying, right? It's a good policy, everyone. It doesn't cost any money. Just go out and give someone a smile, hold the door open for them. If they drop their oranges at the store, help them pick them up, right? Something. In an ideal world, if I could ask one more favor, try to go out, please do something nice for an animal today as well. I was raised with a barnyard of animals, so I feel like I understand them pretty well. And trust me, they love a kind word just like humans do. They like if you give them a little help if they need help. And so, if you have a dog, take them on a walk. If you have a cat, give them a little scratch, give them a little treat, give them a little love. Or, if you run across an animal, if you come across an animal, and they need some assistance, give them some assistance. So one nice thing for a human, one nice thing for an animal. It's going to make them feel better. It's going to make you feel better. And maybe one day when you need it, somebody will have a nice random act of kindness for you as well. Yeah? All right. So Kamal says, thank you, Greg, and have a good day, traders. Thank you, Kamal. Appreciate that, my friend. Hope you have a good rest of the day. Hope you and the family are doing well. Paxton says, thanks, Greg, and everyone. Have a great day. Thanks, Packy. Appreciate that, bud. Really proud of you and Tracy, and your trading has really come along. So very, very proud of you. So if anyone has any other questions, if there's anything I can help anyone with, please let me know. I'll hang out for a couple minutes. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Let me know. Kat, if you have any questions on the deep dip buy course, happy to answer those if you have any. If anyone has any other jokes or any other thoughts, or have figured out the meaning of life or anything like that, by all means, let's share that as well. So what did I end? Okay. Yeah, so this is what I have then. So Airbnb was up on the day. Good, good. FAS nicely up on the day with the profit target, also good. PagerDuty, a little underwater on the trade, but still holding 200-day moving average. SPY, new intraday, new overnight SPY purchase today over there at 441.15. Selling that tomorrow morning, first thing. And then new position today, WBA, with that close under the 200, close over the 200, with the combination of the V1 and the positive MACD. Kat says, thank you. Enjoy your day. Anya says, trying to get your attention with my question. Okay, you have got my attention. What's the question, Anya? Did I miss it above? Did I miss it up there? Let me know what it is. I am ready. George Washington loved animals. He had many breeds of dogs. I did not know that. I did not know that, but I like him better already. I am ready, Anya. Go ahead. I'm going to answer this so good. Thank you for everything, Greg. You're welcome, Lova. Appreciate that, buddy. So what's happening after hours here? Amazon unchanged. What about love? Love's unchanged. Oh, no, it's down 13 cents. SPY is down 47 cents. Snap. And VIXY up 18 cents. Oh, boy. Anya says yes. Yes. What is the question, Anya? Because I looked for the question. I didn't see it above. You said hi, but I don't see anything else. So I'm ready. If you have a question for me, I am all set to go. Kamal says, Anya, we do not see your question above. Maybe restate it. Yes, if you could restate the question, Anya. Thanks, Miko. Good to see you, my friend. It was great meeting you, by the way. I am posting it and I see it. Where are you posting it at? I do not see it. I do not see the question. Do you want to send me a message on Twitter maybe? Yeah, I don't see it on this end. Oh, sorry about this. I'm posting and I see it, but I can't. But somehow others can't. Well, you can send me an email, Anya, and then I can cover it tomorrow. My email's in the description of the video. We can do that as well. Or maybe you can type it in a little bit differently, possibly. I don't know. We'll hang out here for a second, see. Crab apples, botuliciously bitter fruits, attack the collateral by DRV. Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay, Anya, you can send me an email, yeah? Send me an email and then I'll talk about it tomorrow, if that's okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, great. Great, great, great. All right, well, listen, everybody, thanks for coming. Hope you had a good day. Hope you had a good trading day. Go out, do something nice for somebody today. Go out, do something nice for an animal. Be good, be kind, right? It's not that hard to be kind. Drive safe. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that as well. And what's today? Today's Tuesday, so if your garbage goes out tomorrow, remember to take it out. I'm actually saying this as a reminder to me because I'm famous about forgetting to take it out. So I will take it out tonight. So anyway, good day today. Nice green day. Always happy for that. Appreciate you being here, everyone. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow during the last hour of the market. Take care now. Thanks again. Bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.